Vancouver police officer is shot in the line of duty. People rush to help.
She was screaming out the window, go, everybody go after him, go after him. I saw he shot people.
Hunt for suspects. 2 men are tracked down by an army of police officers. The chain of chaos now just becoming clear. And for the first time, the elderly man carjacked after the shootout with the officer. That's brand new at 6.
From K2 News, this is Breaking News.
And good evening, everybody. We are staying on top of the breaking news that threw a Vancouver neighborhood into a lockdown.
A police officer was shot and is in critical condition right now.
I heard the gunshots, boom, 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 boom.
I just see the officer down on his back, and all of a sudden, medical teams coming in.
The shooting and search for 2 suspects brought a massive response by police from all over Southwest Washington. The neighborhood locked down, people warned to stay inside. We have team coverage, our reporters covering every angle of this story. First, where did the suspects go after the shooting?
K2's Erica Knocklin just got some brand new information about that. And Erica, there was also a carjacking here?
I've just learned that one of the suspects carjacked an elderly man. He's in fact right over here picking up the car that was stolen from him. This happened after the shooting. I want to show you a map of where this happened. The traffic stop and shooting was in the area of 162nd Avenue and 34th Street. Well, the 2 suspects drove off after the shooting and crashed that truck near Diamond Park around 148th Avenue. That's where one suspect ran off, but the other one carjacked this man that's here now to pick up the truck. That suspect came just a few blocks away to where I am now, where neighbors saw him running around this house. Neighbors here tell me he might have a connection to someone in this neighborhood. One man says he even met the suspect a couple days ago, that he was asking about buying the tent trailer that neighbor was selling. And when they saw him today, that suspect was running, looking frantic.
Obviously, he was running from something because he was moving very fast and looking around like he was quite paranoid.
Surprised. He just didn't seem the type. He seemed like a pretty nice guy, real friendly.
Well, even after the suspects were both caught, we saw police and a canine searching the neighborhoods for more evidence. Police have just gotten in touch again with the owner of this stolen car. We are going to talk to him and his wife here in just a minute, and we'll keep you updated as we learn more. Live in Vancouver, Erica Knocklin, K2 News.
Erica, thank you. K2's Dan Casuto live from where it all started this morning.
And Dan, just a regular traffic stop here?
It was, Steve, and you can see the motorcycle is still down there behind me. That's right where the officer left it when he made that traffic stop at 11:30 this morning. What happened next, though, of course, not at all like a routine traffic stop. The police chief briefed us, and he told me the officer climbed off like he does all the time, and neighbors thought they heard fireworks at first, maybe for July 4th. It happened so fast, there were a lot of people nearby. Families, kids, neighbors, and I want you to hear from a man whose backyard is right next to that motorcycle.
And I stood up on the fence, and I see in the middle of the street, the kind of officer was kind of stumbling around, and there was a lady walking up to him, and she was kind of holding him and wrapping him up, and it took a minute for me for it to process what usually you see the cops helping the people, and and it's why is she standing so close to him, and then she was either crying or saying he's been shot.
Paramedics got here a minute or 2 later. They took the officer to the hospital in critical condition. The police chief told me this happened so fast, even here for the officer, they don't know yet if he even had a chance to fire back. I'm live on Northeast 34th Street in Vancouver. Dan Casuto, K2 News.
Dan, thank you. Another officer was hurt today in a related incident. He was actually on his way to the shooting when he crashed into another car about 5 miles from the scene. One person was in that other car. The collision was on SR 500 and Stapleton Road. We're told the officer and the other driver were taken to the hospital. Both have non-life-threatening injuries.
Other officers who were responding to the shooting and racing to track down suspects got a lot of help from witnesses. One woman even chased them in her own car.
911 was flooded with calls as the suspects tore through town. K2 Stephen Mayer is live in Northeast Vancouver, where the suspect ditched their truck and started running. And Stephen, pretty amazing. So many people helped police find these guys.
Yeah, I spoke with that woman who chased these guys in her own car. She had a few minutes to catch her breath, kind of collect her thoughts, and she told me over the phone that she realized that probably was not the best idea on her part. She put herself in danger possibly, but she says she just knew these guys were dangerous, knew they could possibly hurt more of her neighbors, even more police, so she felt like she had to do something to help. Now, we got here just a few minutes after the guys ditched their truck. A witness snapped this photo and showed it to us. He says the guys were tearing through the neighborhood near Northeast 141st with the driver's door just swinging open wildly. They finally pulled over and started running, with one of them yelling for someone inside a house by the name of Jimmy. Cassie McCabe was there as they ditched that truck. She just happened to be walking her dog when one of the guys ran right into her as he was trying to escape. She was shaken up, but was yet another witness that called 911 and tried to help police find these guys.
He looked like he could have been on some sort of drugs or messed up in a little bit, but I don't know what, he didn't look injured. Of course I want to help out, and anything I can help, if just me witnessing it helps. And I think it shows just the community, just how everyone is gathering around and everyone cares, everyone's just really supportive.
We were also there as two police cruisers drove by. There were two people in the back seats. Each matched the descriptions of the suspects that I got from those eyewitnesses. Guys, a lot of stories of people jumping into action, getting on their phones, calling 911, even chasing these guys, trying to help police zero in on their location. Certainly, that helped them narrow the search location and help get these guys in custody sooner rather than later. Reporting live tonight, Stephen Mayer, K2 News.
Good for them. Stephen, thank you.